Welcome back to another episode of the Critics Collective, and I want to thank you guys for tuning in to this review of One of Them Days. I am Legacy Lingo, and I have Mayte back in the building. How you doing, Mayte?
Good, good. How are you? How are
Uh,
you?
good. I'm glad you was ready for that. I was like, I'm gonna catch you off guard, but you were ready. You're ready. I love it. I
Mhm.
love it. All right. So, like I said, we are here to talk about One of Them Days, which was just released in theaters. But before we get into that, we are on the road to 500 subscribers. We're halfway there. We're moving. I want to thank you guys that have been rocking with us, that have been communicating, watching the reviews. And we want to ask you guys, if you are enjoying this and you want to join the community, please hit the subscribe button, hit the alerts button, hit the thumbs up, join the collective community, and help this page continue to grow. Okay, so One of Them Days, IMDb has the synopsis as: when best friends and roommates Dreux and Alyssa discover Alyssa's boyfriend has blown their rent money, the duo finds themselves going to extremes in a race against the clock to avoid eviction and keep their friendship intact. Boom. That is perfect description
Mhm.
of
Yeah,
this
literally.
movie. Yes. Finally,
Literally.
finally. It's hit or miss with IMDb. All right. So I did have the pleasure of watching this. So I will be joining you in this review. So we can definitely, talk a little bit about it. Let's start with the initial impressions, like always. Tell me how you felt about it when you came across this movie.
My initial impression, I had no bad impression. I was like, I need to go see this. It was produced by Issa Rae, Keke Palmer. Says I was like, I'm gonna watch it off like immediately. I want to watch it.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. For me, my initial impression at first, I got a little nervous. I was like, oh no, 'cause just everybody involved. I was like, man, I love everybody that's involved, but I hope this does not be a big waste of time. So I went in there skeptical. My initial impression
Hmm
was like, man, I'm scared this is gonna let me down. I'm scared it's gonna let me down. All right, so let's just go ahead and get into the review. Tell me your highs and lows.
Um, Honestly, my highs. It was funny. It was to the point. It was like action packed. There was no like, even the like slow. I wouldn't even say slow. Like, but more of the emotional moments, kind of like bringing it back. Everything had its purpose. It went straight on. There was no parts where you're like, oh, like just skip. Like it was like full of energy. It was fun. I thought it was great. Lows. I mean, I really wouldn't say it was a low because at first, you were like, it did feel a little stereotypical in the sense at first, but then Issa Rae did it on purpose. Like I know it wasn't like done just to like just cause. So it was for a purpose. And I mean, at the end, I still liked it. It was very enjoyable.
Mhm.
It kind of like brought it all together. Like, okay, everybody's character, had like their own little play into the movie too. Um, I liked it from the beginning, from start to finish. I liked everything about it, and
Okay,
I
yeah.
really did. I think SZA did bring life to her character. Like she did bring, she definitely brought a lot of life to her character. So I was like, okay, yes.
Yeah. No, absolutely. She killed it. She killed it. All right.
Hmm
So for me, I'm my highs. I actually really enjoyed this movie a lot more than I thought I was going to. I thought there were moments that actually made me laugh out loud. I love everybody that was involved. One of the things I love about this movie the most, even though it seems stereotypical, is it's very relatable. I
hmm
used to be the payday loan guy, so I understood the plight to not get sucked in, because
Yeah,
if you ain't got it this week, you won't
you
have
won't
it
have
next week.
at all.
I was feeling that. I've had situations where we're scrambling to try and come up with money or a little whatever. So it was so relatable, even though this movie, of course, exaggerates and makes it
Hmm
crazy, crazier. I still loved it. I loved everything about it.
hmm
I love the different personalities, how people will make a poor decision thinking, but this is gonna be my big break, and then they don't realize the domino effect of other people. I love how some
hmm
people can be, so selfish and make excuses. It was basically touching on all the different personalities that make up people who we are. And I was
hmm
mad at certain people. I was rolling my eyes at
Yeah.
certain people.
Oh my
I,
God.
I was laughing at certain people, everything about it. And I felt like this movie came off like, to me, in my opinion, even though I know they're trying to be their own thing, but I felt like this was the next generation's Friday.
Yeah, I
One
think so too.
one day of just a crazy adventure that's
Hmm
very relatable but exaggerated. And then this time we got two women as the lead, which I thought was great. you know, because a lot of times these hood movies, it's always just the guys and the women are just around to just look pretty in it. But the women ran this movie, and I loved it. The three characters, the lead villain, I mean the girl, you know, who was basically the villain, and then the boss lady at the end with the corporation. Like the women were ahead of everything here, you know. All the guys were just co-stars, you know. It was the women were running this thing, and I loved it, and I felt like this could be like the next generation's Friday. I feel like they could make more. The title is simple enough where they could just have another crazy day, and I loved that it was all in just one day. For lows for me, the only low that I have was that some of the people that were in there, I know that they probably had tons of content ad lib that they had to cut out, and I wanted more. You know, when you show me these faces, I want the kind of things that made them legendary to show up on screen. And every time I saw, I was waiting for Katt Williams to give me something, and only got whatever he gave me in the trailer, except a couple more lines. I was waiting when I saw the guy who bought the sneakers. I forget his name. Lil Rel. I was waiting for more of what they do that made them who they are to come through it, and it did. It was very tame, and I felt a little slighted. But I mean, to be honest, other than that, I don't have too many lows. You know what I'm saying? I really enjoy it.
I hope they make another one. I definitely do agree with you. It being like our generation's Friday, especially having it as women lead the roles. So I really do. I would probably watch this a few more times.
Yeah, I'm the same. I didn't get to watch it. My fiance, I told her, I was like, you need to go watch it because she's out of town. And I said, then we're gonna watch it again and laugh about stuff that we probably missed. Yeah, so this is definitely one of those movies that I want to push everybody to go see and support and just enjoy for what it is, whether you've been in these situations or not. I feel like you can relate from some experience, or you know somebody that's dealing with it. And yeah, it was just done very well. All right, so now we got to get to the biggest part, which is rating it with our Critics Collective accolades, and we're giving 0 to 5 accolades here. 5 being the best, 0 being the worst. So 5 accolades is excellent, a must-watch, highly recommended for all viewers. 4 accolades, good, worth watching, but has notable flaws. 3 accolades, average, some enjoyable moments, but lacks significant impact. 2 accolades, below average, some redeeming qualities, but generally disappointing. 1 accolade, poor quality, not recommended, and 0 accolades, horrible, absolute trash. So Mayte, tell me, how many accolades you giving this movie?
I'm giving it a 5.
Woo. Woo.
How can I not give it a 5?
If
I watch it more than, I'd probably watch it 5 times this year. So
I'd say gave it a 5. I respect it. I mean, when you're struggling to find lows, and I mean it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense. It makes sense. Me, I'm gonna give it a 4 though. As much as I loved it. Like I said, those things, those comedians that I really want to see shine. And then one thing in a comedy that is a big hurdle that I want people to climb, or one of my expectations that I can't bend on. I think what makes comedies the funniest are recurring jokes. When you have the character that Katt Williams played was a recurring joke in a sense, but it's not enough for me. I love when there's something that just keeps popping back up and it's not really related to what's happening. You're like, oh, like this again, you know what I'm saying? And people forget about it because what's happening, and then boom, it pops up again, whether it's verbal or a person or something that happens. I love that type of comedy, and we weren't getting it other than Katt Williams popping back up as Lucky. But so for me, I felt like it definitely could have been funny, even though I enjoyed it. So I give it a 4. All right. So if you guys, you feel what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
But I'm definitely gonna watch it again, and I want everybody else to go watch it again. If this review has pushed you guys to go watch it, make sure you come back, get in those comments, let us know how many accolades you're gonna give it. Let us know if you agree, disagree. Let's have that discussion, keep it going. And if you have not subscribed yet, please go ahead and do so. Join the collective, hit the thumbs up, hit the alerts button. We are on the road to 500 subscribers. We are more than halfway there, and we appreciate you guys that's got us to this point, and we're going to keep rocking and rolling. All right, so this was One of Them Days, starring Keke Palmer and SZA, and a lot of other great people. You need to go watch it so you can see it. All right, I'm Legacy Lingo. I have Mayte here, and we will see you guys on the next one.